or for so many different things. Everything we are doing in life is because someone told us to do. If you had joined us yesterday and we were talking about the gender identity and gender completion, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gives through the Paramashivam program, even there, one of the major things, one of the major points which we had discussed is how even our gender is not dictated, is not something which we know for ourselves. If someone tells you you're a boy, you have to accept that you're a boy. Someone tells you you're a girl, you have to accept that you're a girl. These are societal conditioning, societal patterns which have been put into us by society. And so that is why everything which we don't have any completion in that. Either in our gender identity, we are not experiencing completion. And it's the same thing with life as well. Society tells you to go to school, society tells you to go to college, society tells you to get a specific job in a specific range, market, or workforce, professional life. Everything to you is dictated by society. At the maximum, they might give you a few options here and there, but the fundamental flow, the blueprint of your life is being given to you by society. And unfortunately, individuals, youngsters are not taught how to design their life, how to actually discover what is that they really want to do in life without a purpose. To put it in one simple word, life without a purpose. And so this is one of the many problems, one of the many things humanity doesn't know what to do. They're just so confused, not knowing what to do with themselves, not having a direction in life, not knowing what to do next. This is one of the major completions, one of the purposes of your life we're going to discover in the Paramashivam program, which Swamiji is going to be gracing us with today. Is going to be gracing us with all tomorrow.
That was so beautiful, Mangala Maharaj. Now I think I should just skip the suspense and get into the real topic, which is training your brain to reflect the consciousness. That is the topic which we are going to be discussing about today. So Mangala Maharaj just explained about Adi Kailash and how the lifestyle and how the mission, the whole thing that Swamiji is reviving started in the Adi Kailash. How is that related to the topic that we are going to actually be looking into, which is training your brain into reflecting the consciousness itself, reflecting Swamiji, the ultimate Paramashiva himself? Well, the Adi Kailasa, the source place which everything started manifesting from Swamiji himself, is one of the places that Kailasa directly is manifesting from, which is the Kalpa Vriksha tree. The Kalpataru, which is there as the Nijavatar of Paramashiva, as the living Kalpataru, which is the banyan tree, is Paramashiva himself, Swamiji himself, manifesting in the form of a Kalpataru, meaning a Kalpa as a banyan tree.
It's a banyan tree, exactly.
Yes. So that is the place which everything started from. So that is the ecosystem that is holding everything in Adi Kailasa. Now, what is the connection between that and this? That is what we are going to be seeing now. How is that going to manifest? How is that going to train your brain to reflect the consciousness, Paramashiva, Swamiji himself? Now, Mangala Maharaj, in Adi Kailasa, what is it that we enjoy the most when Swamiji was there? What is it that we enjoy the most in Adi Kailasa?
Actually, Adi Kailash itself is such a good experience. In my time when I was there, for many different reasons, we used to go and travel, and we would go for awakening programs, or we would go to a different Adinam. We would travel for different things. But only when you come back to Bidadi, only when you come back to Adi Kailash, you feel like it is home. You feel, it just feels, there's a subtle experience that you have when you come back to Bidadi, when you come back to Adi Kailash. And that in itself is such a beautiful experience to have. It's Swamiji, literally his blood, sweat, everything is there in Adi Kailash. If you actually go and look through the Nithyananda, and you go through the history of Bidadi, history of the Sangha, you can see that even the Laughing Temple, the first kutir which was constructed, the first buildings which were constructed in Adi Kailash, Swamiji himself had put his own, using his own hands, his own blood and sweat was used in creating those places. He himself would not only put the bricks, even bake the bricks. He would get the mud, he would make it into clay, properly put it in the proper shape, and he would burn it in the whole night. He would put it for burning under the fire, on top of the fire, and he would even make the bricks. So forget about just even constructing the building, even making the material to make the building itself, Swamiji had done personally by himself. He had done so much of hard work to build Adi Kailash. And so literally you can say that not just in a spiritual sense, but even in a physical, the reality of our plane, in our physical matter reality, Adi Kailash is literally Swamiji's own extension. Many times Swamiji himself has told that my whole body, my whole extension, Adi Kailash is literally the extension of his own body. And there are like so many experiences. I can just keep on going on and on and on about the different ways how Adi Kailash is special and how Swamiji himself has it's just an extension of Swamiji, the whole Adi Kailash experience, the whole breathing space of Adi Kailash. So many of my own personal skin diseases and problems which I have, they become irrelevant on Adi Kailash. Even if I go and travel to Chennai or some other place, it starts coming up. But then when I immediately come back to Adi Kailash, everything just, after a couple of days, after a couple of weeks, it just disappears by itself. And so Adi Kailash by itself is a kshetra. Many times we have gone over this point and we've told again and again repeatedly. And it's, it's public knowledge. Adi Kailash is a very special kshetra. But it's much more, it just directly, it feels like home. The completion which happens on such a level, you didn't even know you needed to have completion in that place. Very beautifully, actually, yesterday we had a sharing from Jared, who shared that you don't know how far you have gone down until you attend the Paramashivam program. You don't even know the different kind of sufferings you're having until you attend the Paramashivam program. It is a literal acid wash the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is doing throughout our being, throughout our whole, and inside, outside, everything. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, is just doing an acid wash and completely cleansing our being of any incompletions, any problems, and certain things. It's like when you have a problem in your life, it's like having, there's a certain thing, which is not attended in your house. It could be, a smelly slipper, a smelly sock, or a proper sewage which has not been cleaned properly. Initially, you know that the problem is there, but without attending to the problem, by and by, the smell starts growing in the house, and you also become insensitive to the damage which is being done. You start becoming insensitive to the junk, to the dirt, to the sewage which is being accumulated. And so because we have become so insensitive to the problems and the reactions and everything which is happening, and it's not that sewage is just, be piling up in a corner of the house. It is spreading, it is creating diseases, it is creating problems, it is spoiling the food which you're cooking in your house. It's creating so many multiple different types of problems. But because we became so accustomed to the sewage, so it's just been there for so long, we forgot to even address it as a problem. These are the different kinds of problems. These are the patterns. These sewages are the different patterns which we are facing in our life, and we have become so, what is the word which I used? So redundant of it. We have become so accustomed to it that we don't even realize that it is there.
Yes, Maharaj. So all our viewers may be thinking now that, yes, how is this all related to the topic that we are actually going to be discussing today? How is Adi Kailasa, the great ecosystem which has been built by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, how is that going to help us? How is that related to anything in the Paramashivam program that is happening tomorrow and every day till March 1st? They all might be wondering this. Now, let me tell you all that the Paramashivam program is nothing but the whole ecosystem itself recreated to all of you and given as the Paramashivam program that all of you have been experiencing, and whoever are watching, whoever have never attended Swamiji in any other program, who have just come to the program, who have just come here and just seeing us for the first time, Adi Kailash is an ecosystem for enlightenment. Anyone who is seeking for enlightenment, or even if not enlightenment, even if you are just seeking for a better life, even if you are just looking for, okay, I need some kind of a change in my life. If you see any of the kids these days, any of the teenagers, anyone, they might be just stuck in their life in so many different ways. They are stuck in so many different problems in their life. What is Adi Kailasha? Mangalaha Maharaj has so beautifully explained now. That ecosystem itself is manifesting in the Paramashivam program. And through the Paramashivam program, all of us are getting our brain trained. And the initiation that Swamiji is giving, that is what is going to awaken and reflect the consciousness, the Paramashiva Swamiji himself in all of us. So the training that we are getting is all the other things that we are doing in the program, like the yoga that we are doing and other processes, other kriyas, other meditations that we are doing in the whole day program, is all the training for that one experience, for that one reflection of Kailasa, of Paramashiva himself, Swamiji himself in all of us happening. That is what is the glimpse of the whole Adi Kailasa being given, the whole ecosystem manifesting in our life in just the place that you are living. It's just Swamiji giving the whole enlightenment to you wherever you are, wherever you, maybe Swamiji is like giving the whole thing to you and making you all experience that no one should ever miss. Swamiji is making sure of that no one even misses this in any circumstances of their life if they are not able to travel, because many people have seen that in when the programs used to be conducted in Adi Kailash, so many people used to be able to not travel because they were not able to get the flight tickets, they were not able to get visas, they were not, so many different reasons people used to not be able to travel. But now Swamiji is manifesting the Kailasa itself, the Adi Kailasa itself in all of your lives, wherever you may be, whoever have maybe before because of some obstacle you have not been able to manifest the Paramashivoham or Mahaparamashivoham or any of the inner awakening programs that was conducted by Swamiji himself in Adi Kailasa or any other Kailasa. Now it is coming to as Kailasa itself, coming to all of you. Swamiji himself is coming to all of your homes and giving, like, the whole initiation itself is coming to you wherever you are. You don't have to do anything literally. You just have to come and be attentive and be present in the program in front of Swamiji when Swamiji is giving the initiation. That is all that you need to actually do. There is nothing else, and there is literally nothing else that you have to do. There is only just coming and being part of it and sitting in front of Swamiji and nothing else. There is nothing else that I have to tell that you have to do this, you have to do that, nothing. You just have to come and be part of the program, sitting in front of Swamiji, and the rest will happen by itself. The training your brain means just sitting in front of Swamiji. Just sitting in front of Swamiji to for Swamiji to do what he's supposed to do. We don't know what Swamiji is going to do to us. Everybody, what Swamiji is going to do is completely different. The experience I have, the experience someone else has is completely different. It's never the experience is going to be the same. That is what you're going to experience in the Mahaparamashivoham program tomorrow. You're going to be getting trained and getting the consciousness itself of Paramashiva, Swamiji himself, reflected in your being. So you're going to be manifesting Swamiji himself in your life, and there is nothing more beautiful than this that could happen to anyone.
Just to expand upon what Paramashivam Maharaj had shared, today Swamiji is gracing us in the Sarvanya Peetham with the energy and space of the Adi Kailasa Sarvanya Peetham. Like this, every single day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is going to be coming in that space, in the bhava, in the environment, the Vatavarna of each Sarvanya Peetham. So like today we are having the Adi Kailasa Sarvanya Peetham, tomorrow it's going to be a different Sarvanya Peetham, day after tomorrow it's going to be a different Peetham. And so the same way how Swamiji is bringing these Bhava Samaya Darshans, we're having the Bhava Samaya Darshans for almost a couple of years now. Swamiji has been continuously, regularly giving us various Bhava Samaya Darshans, and that's only being expanding and becoming more and more. So how having the Darshan of Venkateshwara, Darshan of Kalabhairava, of Lingodbhava, having all of them just being manifested in your screen, whether you're watching on your phone or your laptop or your TV, Kailasa is coming to you, Swamiji is coming to you, and that is only being expanded, not just to limited to the deity, to the God which Swamiji is manifesting, but also the Vatavarna, the environment, the Sarvanya Peetham also is being manifested, and that space, the same feeling, energy of that, of whatever the Sarvanya Peetham is, whatever the Pita is, the same energy is coming along as well. And so this is some of the things which you cannot, actually no one else can replicate. This is something which only Swamiji is doing and only Swamiji can do for all of us, for humanity. I mean, come to think, how many of us even knew about the different Sarvanya Peethams until Swamiji revealed and shared all these great truths, great experiences with all of us. And so in many ways, it is only because of Swamiji we are truly not only discovering, but also discovering ourselves. Truly, what does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to have to, to be a contributing member to society? How do we find the solutions to the problems which we are having in our life? For all of these answers, it is only one: Hinduism, reviving the authentic Hinduism, which Swamiji is doing in every possible way, every possible aspect, and in every possible method. And so the topic of today's session, train your brain to reflect consciousness, is nothing but allowing Swamiji to work on you, being in the space of completion, having these right understandings. Actually, very beautifully, Swamiji had shared that in the Agamas, in the Jnana Pada, especially of the Agamas, all the Agamas are divided into 4 parts: Charya Pada, Kriya Pada, Yoga Pada, and Jnana Pada. So in the Jnana Pada part of the Agama, Paramashiva very beautifully says that To manifest any solution in your life, to solve any problem in your life, there's no need for any technique to be practiced. Knowledge is solution. These are the exact words that Swamiji said. Knowledge is solution. When you have the right knowledge, naturally the solution will manifest. Naturally you'll come out of those problems. When it comes to fire, all of us have the understanding that if you touch fire, if you put your hand in fire, you are going to get burned. It is a simple knowledge. There is no technique which you need to do about it. There is no special seminar which you need to have about it. You simply know the fact fire burns. You put your hand in the fire, it will burn. It's a simple knowledge. It is the same way. Everything in life, when you have the right understanding, right context, you know why it is wrong for you, how it is going to damage your body, damage your system. Naturally, you will just, it's not even a question. No one has a question, do I go put my hand in fire or not? That no one does.
Yes.
Everyone, it's a simple, mutual understanding everyone has. Fire burns. The same way, certain cognition, certain thought current, certain action, it burns your inner being, it burns the system. It burns the Swamiji in you. And it is this understanding which Paramashiva reveals in the Agamas, which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is decoding and explaining to all of us in the language that we understand for our modern era, for the age which we speak. In this language, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is giving and translating it in a way from the Sanskrit and the great Tamil of the languages in which these truths have been recorded to the language which we understand and speak. The translation of it is being done by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and is being beautifully presented to all of us in a way where we can understand and we can speak in the same language in the same way. So coming again, these are all just glimpses, and as we said yesterday as well, we can only do so much by speaking. But it is only when you truly experience the program and listen to the experiences of others also who have gone through the previous Paramashivam programs, and they're going to be joining us, and they're going to be sharing on today's segment as well. We have a couple of devotees who are going to be coming and joining us and going to be sharing their experiences about the Paramashivam program. So you don't need to take our word for it, but you can even take people like you who are outside, who are studying, who are working, who have family, who have jobs. The amount of transformation which has happened in their life, in their own words, is incomparable. The amount of possibilities which open up in their life is unimaginable. We will be trying to do one thing, but a possibility, a door, a path, a new way for another thing opens up. Yesterday, beautifully, Tirupaya was sharing. He wanted to contribute, to do more contribution through the field of yoga. And so when he entered into one step, he did one thing for establishing yoga studio to start enriching people through yoga. He only did one thing, but he saw the second door was opened. And so when he went for the second door, he saw the third door opened. And then from the third door, the fourth, and like that, so beautifully, his life is expanded now. And nothing he did. All he did was attend the Paramashivam program and let life happen from there, let life take off from there. And so Swamiji is coming in the Bhava where he established the Adi Kailasa Sarvanya Peetham, created the headquarters, the base for where the mission started, is what is going to be expressed through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism tomorrow. So for all of you out there who feel that you don't know what is happening in your life, you're not sure what to do next, you just followed the rat race, you just followed what everyone was doing. One sheep jumps over the fence, you're like all the other sheep, you're also jumping over the fence, but you don't know, you're having an inner struggle. What is that I'm supposed to be doing in life? What is my contribution for society? Everyone is becoming a doctor, a lawyer, but what is it that I want to do? What is it that I need? For all of this, the simple answer is coming to the Paramashivam program, attending the Paramashivam program.
But Mangala Maharaj, we have not even told the people how to register for the program still. So all of you, please scan the QR code that is being projected over here, and you will get into the Paramashivam program link, and you'll be able to register yourself or just fill your intentions, and we will reach out to you and help you manifest your reality and manifest the Paramashivam program in your life. So all of you now click on the QR code that is being projected over here, and you will be led to the intention form link, and you can fill your intention over there, and just filling this intention is enough. And filling this intention means taking a decision towards the Paramashivam program. That's all it is. The moment you just decide and tell that yes, I am going to attend the Paramashivam program and I want the breakthroughs to happen in my life. So just the decision is enough. You will see that Swamiji is manifesting in your life and making all the things, any obstacle that you might be having, anything that you feel that you are having, this is my difficulty, this is the difficulty. Maybe you're if maybe someone in your house might not be wanting you to attend the program that Swamiji is conducting, or anyone who is any obstacle that you might have, you might not be able to do anything in your life, and because of which you are not able to attend the program, you can fill the intention form and just let us know that you want to attend the program, and we will make sure to reach you and cause your Paramashivam for you and make sure that you are able to attend the Paramashivam program. So now you can just scan the QR code and you will be able to fill your intentions in the QR code.
Yes, thank you so much, Professor Maharaj. Going on talking about the Paramashivam program. Alternatively, if you have not been able to scan the QR code, you can also just visit the website paramashivoham.org, and that will also lead you to the landing page where you can register and submit your intention to attend the program.
Yes.
We have a huge team of people who are waiting for you to come with your intention, and they are going to help you manifest the Paramashivam program for you. So even here, you take one step towards Swamiji for attending this program. Swamiji is going to manifest even to make this program happen in your life. Swamiji is going to be doing it for you as well.
Yes.
And so with this, in the next segment of our program, we're going to be having some devotees to come and share their experiences which they've had of the Paramashivam program in the previous batch. So stay tuned, don't miss their beautiful sharings where they're going to share how their life has completely taken a complete 180 and they're living a completely different life compared to the life. So please stay tuned, we'll be back after a short break. A more intelligently connected world leads to a brighter future. An enlightened humanity leads to a better world. During the Paramashivam program, we help people to discover their superhuman possibilities and help them to find and achieve the true purpose of their birth by giving them the techniques, practices, and methodologies from the Vedagamas, the original source scriptures of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving the ancient original Vedas and Agamas in all its glory, in a user-friendly way for the modern mind. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is transforming human beings into divine beings, reviving, initiating, and replicating the 463 powers from the Agamas revealed by Paramashiva. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is not just giving solutions for every problem man faces, but is making them irrelevant to their lives by transforming human beings into divine beings.
Listen. Any argument presented by your mind, body, your present reality to establish you are not Paramashiva. You are not omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. Anything presented to prove you are not Paramashiva is illegitimate. Decide this. This is super determinism. Understand? Anything you declare as illegitimate will lose power over you, will die in few days, few minutes, maybe in few weeks, whatever few days it takes. It will not have power over you. Understand, this is the method for sudden enlightenment. This is the method for sudden enlightenment. It happens by the Shaktipada. Here Paramashiva is sitting to tell you all, you are Paramashiva, you are me, with Shaktipada and Shaktinipada.
The Dvitiya Vijnasa Krama is an extensive and thorough yoga sequence to prepare your body to receive the experience being given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Through the yoga, which is aligned as per the source scriptures laid down by Paramashiva and the Agamas, you break all the impossibility in your body and intention of impossibility. The program leads you to go beyond your human frame and limiting human ideas, which prevents you from living your highest possibility.
I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be, I will reach you with enlightenment.
Again I tell you, I am not here to prove I am God, I am here to prove you are God.
Don't wait to become divine. Register now at paramashivoham.org. A more intelligently connected world leads to a brighter future.